Once upon a time, in the heart of an ancient village along the banks of the Nile, a young girl named Amara spent her days exploring the windy straits and playing by the river's edge. Born to humble parents, she knew little of the world beyond her village, but dreamed of adventures far beyond the horizon. Her parents, who were simple farmers, doted on her, instilling in her a love for the land and a sense of duty to her people. From an early age, Amara showed a curiosity and intelligence that set her apart from the other children. While her friends played games and chased other birds, she spent her time listening to the stories of the elders and soaking up the wisdom of her parents. They taught her the ways of the land, the importance of hard work, and the value of kindness and compassion. As the years passed, Amara's dreams of greatness grew stronger. She imagined herself as a mighty warrior, leading her people to victory against their enemies. Or perhaps as a wise queen, ruling over her kingdom, a kingdom of peace and prosperity. But little did she know that her dreams would one day become a reality. As she grew older, Amara's parents recognized her potential and sought to give her the best education possible. They set her to study with the village elders, who taught her the ways of diplomacy and leadership. Under their guidance, she learned the art of negotiation, the importance of strategy, and the power of persuasion. But Amara's education did not stop there. Determined to fulfill her dreams, she sought out mentors and tutors who could teach her the skills she would need to succeed in the world beyond the village. She studied history, philosophy, and the arts of war, absorbing every bit of knowledge like a sponge. Despite the challenges she faced as a woman in a male-dominated society, Amara refused to be held back. She proved herself to be just as capable as any man, if not more so, and earned the respect and admiration of all who knew her. As the years passed, Amara's reputation as a woman of intelligence and strength spread far and wide. When the old king died, without an heir, the people turned to her to lead them. With the support of her loyal subjects, she ascended the throne, becoming the first female ruler in the history of their kingdom. But Amara's rise to power was not without its challenges. She faced opposition from those who doubted the ability of her rule, both from within the kingdom and from without. Yet, she remained steadfast in her determination to prove herself worthy of the crown. With courage and determination, Amara set about building alliances and forging partnerships with neighboring kingdoms. She knew that the key to her success lay in the strength of her alliances, and she spared no effort in securing the loyalty of her allies. But even as she worked to strengthen her kingdom from within, Amara faced threats from without. Foreign invaders descended upon her soil, seeking to plunder its riches and subjugate its people. As always, Amara will not go down without a fight. She raided her armies and led them into battle against the invaders, showing courage and bravery in the face of overwhelming odds and adversity. With strategic brilliance, she outmaneuvered her enemies and drove them back across the borders, running away, and ended up securing the safety of her kingdom once more. Yet, even as she triumphed over her enemies abroad, Amara faced challenges from within. Political intrigue and betrayal threatened the determination of her rule. As ambitious nobles vied for power and influence at court. But Amara was not one to be swayed by petty politics. She surrounded herself with loyal advisors and confidants who stood by her side through thick and thin. Together, they worked tirelessly to root out corruption and treachery, restoring order and stability to their noble kingdom. As a wise and compassionate ruler, Amara knew that the key of lasting peace lay in diplomacy. She reached out to neighboring kingdoms, seeking to build bridges and foster understanding between their peoples. Through careful negotiation and compromise, she was able to secure treaties and alliances that would ensure the prosperity and security of her kingdom for generations to come. Amara's rule was not without its personal sacrifices. She devoted herself wholeheartedly to the welfare of her people, often putting their needs above her own. Yet, amidst the demands of her duties, she found solace in the friendships and alliances she formed with other influential figures in the kingdom. She formed a close bond with a noble man named Marcus, who stood by her side through the trials and tribulations of her reign. Together, they faced challenges and obstacles with courage and determination, proving themselves to be formidable team. As the years passed, Amara's legacy grew, her name becoming synonymous with wisdom, strength, and compassion. She ruled with fairness and justice, earning the love and admiration of her people. And though she eventually passed from this world, her memory lived on in the hearts of those who knew her. The lessons she taught of courage in the face of adversity, of compassion for the weak and vulnerable, of the power of diplomacy and alliance were passed down through the generations, shaping the future of the kingdom for centuries to come. And so, as the sun sets over the banks of the Nile, the people of the kingdom gather to honor the memory of their beloved queen. They raise their voices in song and celebration, paying tribute to the woman who had led them through the darkest of times and to a future filled with hope and promise. As they look out over the vast expansion of the river that has been their home for so long, they know that Amara's spirit lives on, guiding them always with her wisdom and grace. This is the story of Amara. This is the great woman who was able to build a nation, to raise a nation, to stand by a nation. This is African Tales.